I was sitting at my sit spot. I was just doing this practice of owl eyes and deer ears. You know, when you're stressed, you go into tunnel vision. So it's the opposite. The owl eyes is like you have a wide vision and you let your eyes soften. You notice what's above and below, and you have this wide vision. I had this wide vision of the meadow in front of me so that I can notice this tiny little movement and I could see this couple of little bucks coming into this meadow. And bit by bit, I just stayed still. And my cat was next to me on a tree stump listening. It's great to do this with your pets because they get it right away. They get so relaxed being in nature. And bit by bit, there were more deer until there were like 7 deer in this meadow about 50 feet away from me. I stayed perfectly still. The last deer to come in the circle was this matriarch deer. She was the oldest, biggest doe. And she noticed me because these animals, they weren't totally relaxed. They were checking out the environment. And she was really checking out the environment. And she saw me, she saw the cat, and she was like, really using her ears to try and hear, looking with those big eyes. And she walked up to me very slowly over a few minutes until she was 5 or 6 feet from me. And I stayed perfectly still. And I didn't look at her directly because that would have been a little intimidating, I think. So I just kept my gaze down. And she just stayed there, like really checking us out, me and the cat. And everyone down below was kind of just like waiting for her verdict, kind of. And then suddenly she gave a snort and just went, and she just slowly trotted back to the group at the meadow. Once she relaxed, all the other deer relaxed and they started to browse and groom each other. And it was like they were in a little ballet, just moving around each other in this relaxed way. And when I think of it, I think that it was like coming into a secret world of fairies because I felt like a door had opened and I get to see the deer in their private life. And they were aware of me, but they were willing to be themselves in front of me. So that's what I really think is one of the benefits of being in nature in this way. So let's just prepare for our experience. We're going to take about 10 minutes to go outside. In a moment, set a timer, and we're going to just find a little spot, whether it's on your porch, in front of an open window or an open door, something easy to get to. And we're going to use the owl eyes. As owls sit very still and they look with this wide angle vision and a soft gaze. It's okay to zoom in and focus when something catches your eye, but then come back to the wide angle vision. And with your ears, you know how deer ears are like satellites and they can swivel them around to all angles. And you're just going to hear without saying to yourself, oh, that's a truck. Now I don't hear anything because I've decided what it is. Oh, that's a bird. Now I don't hear anything. I've decided what it is. So before you categorize it, just stay open to what the actual sound is. And just if you find your mind wandering, just bring it back to the owl eyes and deer ears.